Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Journal With Me video, and today I will be working in my unraveling journal. So I've been working in this journal quite often lately. So yeah, this journal process that I'm doing though is a very simple one. It's a little different than how I normally work in my journal. I think this one particularly, I tend to be more planned out with what I'm going to do or work on my spreads. But this one, I just kind of played around with all the scrap pieces of paper that I've collected and just kind of went with the flow. I was trying to do like a more junk journal-y type of page. So this is the spread that I will be working on. And yeah, it was a very different process for me. And yeah, so let's get right into the video, and I really hope you enjoy. So today I'm working in my unraveling journal, and I just kind of wanted to play around, and I have a whole stack of papers next to me, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to play around. So this spread ends up being very junk journaly. I do a lot of just random collaging and just pulling out things from my pile that I liked the colors of and that I thought matched well with that paper that the left page is made out of. That is a paper, it was from a Japanese diary magazine, and the orientation is wrong, but it's a bunch of little squares of like different papers and patterns and photos and stuff like that. And I really liked the bunny and I really liked the girl on the bicycle. So I was trying to keep those intact while covering up some of the other pieces that I thought were a little bland, a little too blank. And I also wanted to leave space for some journaling. So I ended up finding this scrap piece of graph paper in that little pile. And this piece of paper, it's I think a Maggie Holmes paper, it's sheet music. And I just kind of glue those guys there. And now I'm using one of my butterfly stickers to kind of cover up where that little cut in the graph paper was. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of collaging different papers onto this page just to sort of fill it up and give it a little bit more interest. I always wanted to try like genuinely keeping a junk journal. Like I tend, when I say junk journal, when I do junk journals, it's in the junk journal style. So it's never actually like junk that I put into these notebooks. It's never like a random thing. I just kind of take that style and sort of recreate it, but like using scrapbooking product and then putting in my own personal ephemera if I have any, and just doing journaling. But I think for the most part, junk journaling is, I mean, it's a very broad category, I would say, but like most of the time it's just to play around with all the little scraps that you've accumulated and just kind of put it in a book. So it's sort of like a, I don't want to say smash book, but sort of like that. It's kind of like a glue book or something. That's usually what a junk journal is. And so I've been trying my hand at that, just kind of gluing all the random pieces that I have laying around into a book. So that's basically what this page is. A lot of what I'm using are just scrap pieces of paper that I have, that I've collected. And I literally have a whole little Ziploc bag full of pretty papers and things that I tore out of magazines and little scrapbooking bits that match really well with this particular journal that I'm keeping. And it's for those times like these when I just kind of want to sit down and play around with paper and just glue things in. And so I kind of have my little stash of goodies that sort of match this, because this is my unraveling journal. And if you haven't seen any of my previous videos where I've journaled in this particular journal, I'm keeping it sort of like my one little word journal, but I called it unraveling because I periodically answer some prompts from Susanna Conway's Unraveling Ways of Seeing Yourself e-course that I purchased years ago that she no longer offers, but I have the full e-course and I go back to it from time to time. And the process of unraveling, of coming undone and learning about yourself
just that idea just sort of resonates really well with me, so I named my journal Unraveling. So all of the stuff that I do in this journal is self-reflective and focused around that. And since my word for the year is bloom, everything that I journal in here and everything that I think about and do in this journal revolves around what my word means to me for the year. So I'm keeping it like a one little word kind of book. But yeah, so that's that. You see here I've started a journal. I ended up journaling about growing. It's a new month, it's March, and usually in March is the change of seasons, supposedly, into spring. And I just kind of journaled about how I would like to change with the season. So, as the season is changing, I would like to change and grow some more. And again, I refer back to my word bloom and how growth and flowers blooming and stuff like that. So, I'm really talking about personal growth here. And yeah, so that's what this spread is. It's very just simple, free form, me sticking things down and then doing a little bit of journaling. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little journal with me video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.